So, John, I never heard anything like this before. Do you think somebody stole the money?
Well, maybe legally. I mean, look, to me, you remember the movie Mad Max when everybody's just doing whatever they wanted into the world? That's what happened here. All of a sudden, everybody's got the keys to the candy store. Ad buyers, talent, consultants. There's 100 days to do it. And the money started pouring in, pouring in. Remember this, Chris. It wasn't pouring in for Harris. It was pouring in against Trump.
He said it perfectly. But let's break this down. They got one thing wrong right here that I know of right away. Over 2 million was spent for Oprah's company, and that's for Harpo Productions, just for her to have that set here in Michigan. That's crazy. Over 4 million in private jets. I'm sure that this is just a small beans. This is just a fraction. $494 million in advertising. Six figures to build a replica podcast set. 15 million in event production concerts, including concerts. That mean that everybody got paid. Every single person. There was people behind the scenes, advertising. Everybody got their hands in the cookie jar and everybody got a ball. So, in reality, this wasn't even a loss for Democrats. This was a payout of over 1.5 billion dollar windfall of your money. If you donated to the Harris campaign, you basically gave them keys to the kingdom and an opportunity. And the mega donors is pissed. They pissed because they not getting nothing for their money.
Everybody that was voting and supporting Harris was really voting against Trump. And everybody that was voting for Trump was voting for Trump. So she had all this money coming in. She had all these consultants. And if you don't run the ads, you don't get paid for the buy. They were running ads in Florida, where I live, nonstop. And I'm like, why? I mean, are they running them in Alabama and Idaho too? And I'll tell you why. If you don't run the ads, the buyer doesn't get paid. A 900,000 to put her face on the Sphere in Las Vegas. In the Sphere, the ego, the crazy, the commissions. I was at the White House for a dinner Friday night, talking to a lot of people, and I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of whispering. There's a lot of names about who got paid this, who got paid that, and a lot of people got rich on the back of donors trying to stop Trump. And I think this disqualifies her forever, forever. If you can't run a campaign, you can't run America. And that would be the argument just day one. So
they already set her up for failure, and they raised a record 1.4, 1.5 billion dollars, and that's not even including logistics, resources, or whatever. She basically had a small country in her hands, you know, the GDP of a small country within 107 days. And the Democrats are totally, and not only that, they went to $20 million in debt. So all of these people got rich. They're making ad buys in places where it's not even necessary. So you telling me that their out of control spending and mismanagement of that campaign would then qualify them for a promotion to be able to run the White House? Get the hell out of here. Listen, if we didn't save this country from itself, the Republican voters, I don't know who could have. We literally saved the country from itself, from collapsing on top of itself. And now we got to fix it.
it was terrible. I think she did a good job uh, in the debate. I think she did as good a job as she could hope for in a short period of time. I told everybody she should not have been the nominee. She was not going to win, and she didn't win, and she lost badly. So she's got to go figure out her life. She's in Hawaii. Tim Walz was at the dinner. She was in Hawaii. So she's having a call with donors this week. They tell me about her political future. I don't think she has a political future. So that's my thought on her.
Ain't that crazy? The donors is the one that's going to determine your political future. So you have one chance to really get it right. And she might have still had a political future if she could have reined in spending while still making an impact. because she never was going to beat Trump. We all knew that she wasn't going to beat Trump. And the greatest gift that they can give to Republicans is for her to run again in 2028. And so what you've seen in this campaign was a difference between a businessman and a person that makes great fiscal decisions that's ultimately going to get the victory while at the same time minimizing costs, because he spent less than half of her. A great businessman versus a lifetime politician, and that's why she lost this election. In addition to the fact that they lean too hard on identity politics and all of these consultants, all this was a money grab. This wasn't necessarily anything that was going to benefit the people.
How bad is this for the party going forward?
It's terrible because when you don't trust, it's like Andrew Gillum down here in Florida. He lost by just a little bit, but the money was, to DeSantis, just a little bit. But the money was so squandered and kept that, and he was going to take all that money he kept and rebuild the party. The Republicans got 1 million more voters now. What happened in Florida is with Gillum is going to the same thing is going to follow Harris for the rest of her career. She cannot be trusted with the money. And the party and the donors are going to be like, where is this money going? The week of the election, a former ambassador called me and said, I'm having a fundraiser, this like 2 days before the election. I said, how can you spend the money? Well, we need it for GOTV. I said, no. I stopped giving once Biden was out, as you know, Chris. I said, that's it. I'm a Biden guy. I wasn't Harris.
Do you think, how do you think Biden feels about the result?
I think he did not want to go. He did not go gently. I said this early on. He did not want to go gently. He nominated her basically. Obama did not want her. Obama did not endorse her for 5 days. Pelosi did not want her. Pelosi told her California delegation, there'll be a conference, there'll be a caucus, there'll be a convention. We basically ran on this deal where democracy, and then we didn't have democracy in picking our nominee.
But why did Biden pick her?
I think it was to say F you to Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama and every representative that was pushing him out. And if he hadn't gotten out that Sunday, it was going to be an avalanche the next week. Look, Adam Schiff had already spoken. Zoe Lofgren had already spoken. It was just a matter of Monday. And I think he was pissed.
Hey.
Oh, man. This is the gift that keeps on giving. You hearing it directly out of the horse's mouth. They telling you what's really happening on the ground. Good God. Talk about completely destroying her potential for being able to run in 2028. Can she even win governor of California? Will the people continue to contribute into her campaign? Oh, man, this changes everything. This is insane. Listen, man, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. And then get your tickets to come and kick it with me in person December 14th. In Detroit, discount code Anton. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do you think that it's a possibility? Because he's saying that Biden not only is torching the White House on his way out the door right now, but he was torching the Kamala Harris campaign because he don't even like her. He never even rocked with her. So all y'all seen, all of that fakeness, all of that capping that they was doing during the Democratic National Convention in this campaign, Obama walking around acting like he really wanted her, Pelosi, Biden acting like, hey, kiddo, you did a good job. All of that is fake. Y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the comments.